Alright. Stream is running. We've got you, we've got me, we've got a screen. Okay, let's brief this thing. We're doing another show at the Saipan shoreline today. Is going to be straight out of chocks, left on the apron, left on the ramp to back taxi on the runway, and then we will do our briefing on the runway, and then we will have you go well clear as we turn onto the taxiway to line up and wait on runway 25. There'll be a no flap blower go maneuver, runway 25 with a extended right turnout. Then we'll go out to 10 miles and then right 180 back to the field for the head-on and opposing 360. I'll be on the inside for the opposing 360 smoke off at center point, behind crowd directional headings, hold a 40, and then away from crowd away from crowd 270 degrees rolls so that our canopies are facing the crowd. Then rolls back to level and push out to set up behind the crowd for the knife edge. Be aware that fuel is a problem at this field, so try to be gentle with your throttle. Don't sit it in mill all the time. Rest of the show is going to be as briefed, and then it will be a right turnout from the Delta breakout for the Delta flat pass, and then it will be a gentle right banking turn to take us back to lineup for runway 25 for a left pitch up brake to land. The stagger will be left. I'm pretty sure we're going to immediately leave the runway. I don't remember how the taxiways are laid out necessarily.
There is a center taxiway Bravo.
Right, okay. So we will back
so you
taxi.
could,
yeah,
we could covered wagon.
We will covered wagon, and then we'll go well clear on. We'll go well clear on Alpha probably. No, that's not Alpha.
Bravo.
Nope, not on Bravo. I'm not talking about the center taxiway. I'm talking about the one heading back to the ramp.
I don't know what this is.
We'll go well clear on the taxiway, heading back to the ramp for individual right 45s into chocks.
Well,
any other questions?
The only last one is that turn for the right 45s into chocks comes up pretty quick after from the Bravo taxiway, so just be advised. If you want to divert all the way down to Charlie, because there's no center taxiway at Charlie, but you could get on 06, divert right, and then come back with a little extra space if you wanted. But that's at your discretion.
We're probably going to do Bravo. We're going to do Bravo, back taxi, runway 6, left on to Charlie, and then we'll go well clear on Charlie to the ramp. Left 90 on the ramp, and then right 45 into chocks.
Sounds good.
Okay. Any other questions or notes before we do goals?
No notes.
Goal for the show for me is to fix the before and after show stuff, specifically for the coming into the head-on and the leaving the Diamond Flat Pass.
All right. Mine is fix spacing on solo formation maneuvers where I'm follow. There were a number of rollouts that I just wasn't in the right spot in the last show.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Ready, break. I'm going to switch inputs. BrotherLeb, you got me?
I'm clear.
All right. Let me work on the stream for a sec. Look, it's us. Look, you can hear me. Look, you can hear you. Okay. Success. Close that. Let me adjust myself and then we'll get unpaused here and get rolling.
Oh.
A comfortable headset that hugs your face. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, let me know when you're ready to unpause.
Ready.
Cool, just got a notification, just wanted to check it. Alright, unpausing in 3, 2, 1, mark. Oh my gosh.
Hmm?
Oh, just the knobs.
It's weird. Mine aren't doing that this time. They
Weird.
were last time, though. I don't know why.
Well, maybe we'll get a solid stream from you then.
Maybe. I don't know. I
Wonder-
did drop my output from ultra to high
Oh, we'll
on
see. Yeah,
NDI.
we'll see how that looks.
Because there were
Alright.
some pretty
Yeah.
big drops last time.
I agree. Alright, advise when ready for startup.
Ready.
Battery on, APU on, standby canopy.
Up.
3, 2, 1, mark. Standby, right engine crank. And 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby, right engine forward. Is it too close? Yeah, it is. Interesting. Right engine forward in 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby, left engine crank. Yeah, that feels better. I don't really care about cockpit orientation when I'm in 2D, but in VR it's important.
Yeah.
Right, left engine crank in 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby left engine forward.
Up.
Especially when you're fumbling for switches blind in this show.
Yeah.
Left engine forward in 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby FCS.
Go for FCS.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. In test.
Left same. Come on.
Chariot's FCS is go.
Same.
Let me know when you're ready for an advisory.
Hey, go ahead.
Just a little bit of ATC training, and winds are considered calm under 3 knots.
Okay. Depending on what you believe about how DCS actually does it, winds are either calm or not. Because I tend to think of it as double whatever they're saying, or
I thought it
maybe
was
even
quadruple.
quad.
Yeah.
But based on internal metrics, it should be double.
Internal
I don't
metrics?
know. Like inside of DCS, what DCS thinks is 1 meter per second is equal to what DCS thinks is 2 knots.
That's a lie. I've set it to 4 in the mission editor. 4 knots.
Okay.
Alright, DTC is complete.
IFA is holding on DTC now.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm DTCing. That's what I meant. Chariot's DTC is complete.
Web DTC complete.
Chariot's up tree, come on.
Oh, tree, come on.
Discord check.
Good, check.
Takeoff checks.
Lab.
Check your smoke pressure on. Check your trim set. Check your heading. My heading 2905. Check your altimeter set 2992 for an uncorrected center point elevation of 0 feet. Check your FCS 12 30 30 down 2. Check your burn warning 0. Check your fuel. Seat arm lights out.
Hold one for bear warning. Lab.
Check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on. Smoke off.
Good smoke. Good morning, Chariot. Updated winds are 4 knots at 110. Check your altimeter set 2992 for an uncorrected center point elevation of 0 feet. Leb, or correction, Chariot squawk 1205, Leb squawk 1206. You're cleared to taxi left out of chocks, left on golf, then left for back taxi 06, right on Echo, straight on to runway 25, line up and wait.
Thanks, Lab. Cleared to taxi. Back taxi 06. Line up and wait 25.
Lab.
Solos are cleared to taxi. Check your parking brakes off. Chairs powering up to 75% off. Brakes now. We're calm. Left go clear.
Lab.
Chariots ease apart of 60 and let her roll. We're calm and left. We're calm, left, BrotherLeb, go right wing.
Lab.
Chariot's adding power to 75, let it roll. Chariot's easing power, reference 25 knots.
Lab.
Takeoff checks.
Lab.
Check your smoke pressure on. Check your lights off. Check your landlines off. Check your flaps are half. Mine are auto. Check your waypoints correct in the box showing waypoint 2 at 2.3 miles and increasing. Check your altimeter set to 2992 and set to barometric. Check your dispenser is bypass and your seat is on. Check your heading. My heading 067.
Lab.
We'll hold on comm tree until we line up and wait.
Lab.
Looks like it's going to be a tailwind today. Don't forget there's going to be a little drive after the pull on the no flap lower go. Chariot's setting flaps half. BrotherLeb, go all clear. Little brakes, easy brakes, a little more brakes, off. Brakes, now. Coming right. Souls are cleared to line up and wait. 0, runway 25. Call the turn.
Up. Coming right. Okay.
Little brakes, easy brakes, a little more brakes, brakes. So switching income 1. Chariots up income 1.
Left.
Souls were clear for takeoff. Check park and brakes off. Winds are 110 for 4. That is a left. Crosswind. Yes, left crosswind. Check your park and brakes off. Maneuver our section takeoff maneuver. Correction. Our no flap blower go takeoff maneuver. Check your park and brakes off. Let's roll up. Off brakes now. Blowers ready now. A little pull. A little drive. Ready, split. Rolling out gear flaps. Rolling out. Burns right now. Easing power. 260. $280.
Contact.
290. A little drive to level 300. Ease in the drive. 330.
You got 2 chariot.
Chariot. Easing power. Easing more power. Easing more power. Coming right. Coming further right. Comes the pull. Easing the pull and rolling out. The head on away from crowd. Adding a little power. Let's ease it out.
Left.
Arrival checks.
Left.
Check your smoke pressure on. Check your landlines off. Check your altimeter set to barometric and set to 2992. Check your dispensers bypassing your seat is arm. Check your heading by heading 290.
Left.
Adding a little power. And we're coming back right. Coming further right. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Looking for 110.
Left.
Easing a little pull. Easing a little power. Coming further right. Easing the pull and rolling out. The head-on 4 left. Coming back left. And rolling out. Go, letterpress.
Up.
Easing a little power. Smoke on. The head-on 5 miles. Coming easy left. Rolling out. Smoke off. Solos attach. Solos are clear. 5 knots fast, low.
Flip.
Here we go. Center point, 8 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ready. Hit it. Smoke on. 380 mark.
Match.
Numbers.
Full slow. Connect.
Look good for several lab.
Flip.
Merge. Stand by, roll. Pull to 40. Stand by, roll.
Clear.
Smoke off. Roll. Church clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing knife edge pass.
Flip.
Alright, let's adjust this just a little bit out there. Much more natural.
.5. 4 miles.
Looking on your beam.
A beam.
Let me know when to take a break.
Go take it.
Stand by, mark it. Oh, I'm late.
.4 miles. Mark forward.
Chariot's in for the right knife edge.
To the right of it. 3 miles. Mark 404. Two miles. Mark 4.
Smoke on.
Connect.
Contact smoke off. Ready, hit it. Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Roll. Chair's clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing inverted to inverted rolls. 2 miles mark.
2.3. 3.5. 4 miles mark.
Let me know your beam.
A beam.
Let me know your take a mark.
I dig it.
Stand by, mark it.
Four miles, Mark 3.
Chariots in for the left inverted.
Under the left, 3 miles, Mark 390. Miles, Mark 390.
Ready, hit it! Smoke on.
Roll right, roll right.
Looking good.
Roll right, roll right.
A little drive. Ready, hit it!
Clear.
Stand by, roll. And pull. 110.
Left.
Stand by, roll. Trace clear and clear behind the crowd for the Fortis. Coming left, hooks coming down.
Contact.
350. 340. 330. 320. Ease of the bull. Rolling out 310. Souls behind the crowd, setting up the Fortis. Checker line lights on.
You'll have.
Chariot. A little drive. Adding a little power. 290. We're coming left. Coming further left. Comes the pole. Stand by the gear. Adding power, a little more pull. Adding more power, a little more pull. Ease in the pull and rolling out the Fortis outboard. Adding lots of power. And Trace, we're rolling in.
Clear.
Online and high. Easing power. Center point. Push now. Trace rolling out.
Clear.
Coming back left. Set. Stand by the gear. Hook. BrotherLeb, knock it off.
Clear.
Trace clear and clear behind the crowd for the MRT State 8-4.
Upstate 8-3.
Whatever. Church circling 5.5 miles for the MRT. Chariot's turning in 5.5 miles for the MRT. Four miles, mark 350. 3 miles, mark 350. 2 miles, mark 350. 1.5 miles MRT. 1 mile, mark 350. Burners now. Ready, hit it. Good entry.
Flight controlled. Flight controlled.
Ease in the pull. Comes the pull. Pulling. Kicking. Chariot's pushing out. Leveling out 1100. Coming right. Comes the pull.
Contact.
Ease in the pull. Rolling out. Smoke on. Smoke off. Easing lots of power. 330. .335, adding a little power. Souls around the crowd, sending up the opposing MRT.
You got 2, Chariot.
Chariot. Adding a little power. Coming right. Comes the pull. Little more pull. Looking for 290. Ease in the pull and rolling out. The opposing MRT online. Little drive. Smoke on the fleet.
Whoop. Little more drive. Easing a touch of power, power set.
Smoke off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready, hit it!
Roll right.
Smoke
roll
on.
right.
380, mark.
Match.
370.
A little fast.
Numbers.
Left. Contact.
Contact looking for 7 plane lab.
Lab.
Merge. Stand by, roll. Pull to 40. Stand by, roll. 1, 2, 3, and
Good.
roll.
Clear.
Roll. Tray clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing horizontal rolls. 2.8 mark.
2.7.
Easing power.
Four miles. Mark.
Let me know your beam.
A beam.
Let me know where you take a mark.
Go take it.
Stand by, mark it.
4 miles. Mark 405.
Chariot's in for the left horizontals.
Other than left, horizontal.
On the car clears.
2 miles. Mark 403. Two miles. Mark 4.
Smoke on.
Contact.
Connect. A little pull. Ready, hit it.
Roll right. Roll right.
Burners. Pull. Stand by, roll. Burners. Pull. Ease on the pull and roll it out. 7.5.
7-7.
Chariot's coming right and circling around the crowd for the sneak to vertical state 6-7.
Lab state 6-9.
Ease lots of power. Fuel here is nuts.
Yep.
Turn circling 5 miles for the sync 2 verticals. And turns turn in 5 miles for the sync 2 verticals. Late. 4 miles, mark point 81.
On time.
3 miles, mark point 86. 2 miles, mark point 89.
Pull up, pull up.
1 mile, mark point 91, first stage.
Slow up.
Sure, 0.94.
Ready, hit it. Stand by, roll.
I can't fly today.
10,000 clouds, no fact.
Toss factor, high show clears.
Airshow.
Sure, circling 4 miles, whistle loop. And turn in 4 miles, whistle loop.
Look clear, 12,000.
Chariot. Wings level, smoke on. Up we go. A little more pull. Adding power. Adding more power. Vertical 5, easing power. Easing more power. A little ease. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Ease the pull. Adding power. Go Diamond Singer. Adding more power. Smoke off. Chariot detach. Chariot detach, boss. Oh, that was awful. Let me know on your beam.
Beam.
Let me know on your take apart.
Go dig it.
Stand by, mark it.
Gonna be late. 4 miles, mark 410.
Chariot's in for the right 4 point.
Wasn't right. 3 miles, mark 4.
Everything's wrong about my setup right now.
2 miles, mark 4.
Smoke on.
Connect.
Connect, smoke off. Ready, hit it. 1, 2,
Roll right, roll right.
3, 4. Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll.
Clear.
Roll. Chariot clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing vertical pitch. 1.8 mark.
2.
What is happening?
3.5. 4 miles, mark.
Let me know on your beam.
Beam.
Let me know on your take a mark.
Go dig it.
Stand by, mark it. Early.
4 miles, mark 389.
Chariot's in for the left vertical pitch.
Other left.
50.
Left. 3 miles, Mark 405. Two miles, Mark 402.
On time. Swing on.
Pull up, pull up.
Connect.
Connect. Add it up. Ready, hit it. It's too close. 60. Stand by, Earl, and pull. Power's idle. 45, 40, 35, 30. Horizon, now 80.
83.
Little more pull.
Connect.
Contact brakes are in. .5, Mark 400.
Little late.
1 mile, Mark 3 enemy.
On time.
Little pull. Ready, hit it.
Go right, go right.
Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Turns clear, and clear behind the crowd for the inverted tug of roll. Connect.
Coming left. 370 easy power. 360 rolling out a little bank. 355 adding a little power to catch 350. Ease in the pole. Rolling out.
You'll have to, Leb.
Left. Souls behind the crowd setting up the inverted tug of roll.
Try it.
Adding a little more power. Coming left. Coming further left. Adding a little power comes the pull. A little more pull. So the 90 for the inverted tug of roll.
Try it.
A little more pull. Ease in the pull. Rolling out the inverted tug of roll.
Try it.
Power. Up we go. Ready. Hit it. Online.
Swing on.
Adding just a little power. A little drive. Ready. Clear.
Swing off. Stand by, roll. Pull to 10 degrees. Stand by, roll. Rolling out. Coming left.
Left.
Connect.
Easable. Rolling out. Coming left 330. Easing power. Little pull 350. $360. 370.
You got 2 left.
Left. Easing the pull. Rolling out. Easing lots of power. Souls behind the crowd, setting up the section alpha.
Try it.
Little pull, easing more power. Coming left, easing power, coming further left comes the pull. Stand by the boards. Board.
What is happening?
A little more pull. Sold to the 90 for the section alpha.
Try it. I'm sinking.
And we're rolling out. Stand by the boards. We're online. 200. Easing power. $190. Easing more power. 180. Little pull. 170. 160. A little more pull. Adding a little power. 150. 145. 140. Pull into the set. Setting it. Smoke pump. Adding a little power. Flying it.
Center point. Knock it off.
Flip. 160. Coming left.
Trace breaking left, 280.
Contact.
290. 300. 310 ease and some pull. 320. 330. 340.
You got 2 Chariot.
Chariot. Easing power. Easing the pull and rolling out. Souls behind the crowd. Setting up the section breakout.
Flip.
And we're coming left. Coming further left. Coming further left. Comes the pull. A little more pull. Easing power. Easing more power. Coming further left. A little more pull. Ease in the pull and roll it out. The section breakout, a little drive. Adding power. Smoke on. 1.5 mark. 1 mile mark. Half mile mark. Ready, hit it. Smoke off. Stand by, roll, and pull.
Connect.
Ease in the pull and roll it out, easing lots of power. C65. $360, holding $360. Adding a little power. Souls upon the crowd, setting up the Delta roll. Chariot 38.
4-3. You got 2. You got 6.
Come left. Coming further left comes the pull. A little more pull. Adding a little power. Delta's in left turn for the Delta roll.
Up.
Ease in the pull and rolling out. The Delta roll.
Up.
Smoke on. Up. We go a little more pull. Okay.
Love's clear.
Rolling out comes the pull.
Clear, John.
Ease the pull. Coming back left. Coming further left comes the pull. A little more pull. Delta's in the left-hand turn for fleur-de-lis.
Clear, right.
Smoke off. Coming further left. Ease in the pull and rolling out. The fleur-de-lis. Up. We go a little more pull. Smoke on. Ready.
Ready.
Smoke off. Stand by, roll. And pull. Connect.
Stand by, roll.
Chariot's coming right. Gonna be crossing underneath you. Right now.
Contact.
450. 460 using power. Comes the pull. 440 adding a little power.
You'll have.
Chariot. A little more pull. Smoke on. Ease in the pull. And rolling out. Up. We go a little more pull. Okay. Set. Okay. Set. Smoke off. Go get him.
Clear.
Correct.
Clear at 2,380. 39. Coming right. Coming further at 400. Comes the pull a little more. Pull 395.
You got 6 miles.
Boss 390. Delta's in a right-hand turn for the loop break cross boss 200.
Chariot 350.
A little more pull. Ease in the pull and rolling out. Delta's in for the loop break cross.
Chariot.
Adding power a little pull to left. full.
I hate your guts right now.
Easing a little
wicked.
power. Power is set.
But we did it. Let's go.
We're about 400 low. Up we go a little more. Pull. Vertical 5.8.
Glad I wasn't tight for that.
A little ease comes the pull. Easing a little power. Ready, break. Point one up. Spoke up. 0.5 mark 415. 1 mile mark 405. 1.5 mark 405. 2 miles mark 400. 2.5 mark smoke on 4. 3 miles mark up we go for G mark. Vertical 4-7. 8 out. Horizon now 7-3 powers. 45, 55, 65. Roll it hair steep. 3 miles mark. Level nose. 2.5 mark 400. 2 miles mark 400. 1.5 mark 398. 1 mile mark 400. 0.5 mark 406. My bad. Smoke. Boss is clear.
Tracer.
Coming left, easing lots of power. 400. 390.
Connect.
380. 370, rolling down a little bank. 360. And we're rolling out. 350, holding 350. Pull level. Coming left. Add a little power. Comes the pull. A little more pull, a little further left. Delta's in a left-hand turn for the Delta breakout, right turn out.
Chariot, you got 6 boss.
Boss, a little more pull, easing power.
Misread that.
Easing more power. We're easing the pull and rolling out the Delta breakout smoke. We are 3 left. Little drive. Ready, break. Set. Smoke. Off. Clear.
Chariot's clear. 112 at 280, 1400.
Caught it. State 2 seconds.
Chariot state 21, 315. Come right. Coming further right comes the pull. 330 ease and power. $335. $340. Delta's in a right-hand turn for the Delta flat pass, easing lots of power.
You got 6 spots.
Pause. Easing a little more power. We're at the 90 for the Delta flat pass. Smoke on. Coming further right, and a little more pull. Easing more power. Easing the pull and rolling out. The Delta flat pass, 2 miles mark. Easing more pull. We're in for the Delta flat pass.
Take it.
Center point. Adding power. Adding more power.
Tease it out.
Smoke off. Ease it out to well clear.
Looks all clear.
Landing checks.
Lab.
Check your land lines on. Check your altimeter set to barometrics and set to 29902. Check your heading, my heading 2024.
Lab.
Check waypoints in the locks, waypoint 1. We're coming right. Coming further right. Comes the pull. Little more pull.
Fuel low. Fuel low.
Chariots feel low. Ease in the pull. Still can't see the field. There it is. A little pull. Easing power. Easing more power. We're at the 90 for the left pitcher break land.
Whoop.
Ease in the pull. Coming back right. Coming further right. Comes the pull. Smoke on. Adding a little power. Ease in the pull. Rolling out. The left. Pitch up. Break to land.
Lubricate.
Ease in the pull.
Take it in.
5 slow. Center point. Boss breaking.
Lab.
Ease in the pull and rolling out 085.
Lab, rolling out 085.
Smoke off. Gear and flaps. We're in tight.
Lab,
Chariot's gear down, flap down, hook up.
Lab's gear flaps, hook support up.
Chariot's coming left, 280 leb.
Lab,
260 leb. 240 leb. 220 leb. 200. $180 leb. 160 leb. 140 all the way leb overshoot.
200. Leb's going right.
Sure, it's okay. Stagger is left.
Lab. It's 140 all the way at the 9. That's okay. That's okay, Chariot.
Chariot.
Little upshoot.
Take off. Landing checks.
Whoop.
Check your smoke pressure off. Check your tabs. Check your flaps out. Check your landing lines off. Reset your trim and safe for seat.
Whoop.
We'll go well clear on Charlie for individual right 45s in the shocks.
Whoop.
Check your parking brakes off. Chairs parking up to 73% off brakes now. Chariot's coming right. Give me two on the right wing.
Just need Chariot.
Chariot. There's a flight lab.
Yeah, we did it. Souls right in.
Stand by cover wagon. Ready, split. Reference 25 knot cover wagon. Man, I was mentally not here today, dude.
Yeah, that one was a rough one.
I did some really good things, but most of it was trash.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely not as clean as the last one, I don't think.
I just couldn't get comfortable in the cockpit. Like, the stick was in a weird spot, everything was just wonk. Little brakes, easy brakes, a little more brakes, off brakes now. Come in, left go trail.
Leb.
We're coming right, go right wing.
Leb.
Come in, left go clear.
Leb.
Coming further left. Little brakes 6. Little brakes 4. Little brakes 2. Off brakes no. Coming right 290. Little brakes, easy brakes, little brakes, brakes. Stand by canopy and engines.
Leb.
In 3, 2, 1, mark. That's show.
Yep.
Coming up from over the hood. BrotherLeb, you got me?
Yep, loud and clear. You're a little, actually, not loud and clear. You're quiet and clear, but I got you.
Do you have me now? Oh, I bet I know what happened. Because I changed my settings. Where to go? Shit hell. There it is. Levels 54 should be right. Give me a sec to check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Yo, yo, check, check. Whoa, whoa. How about now?
Much louder.
Cool. Is that good loud? Oh, wow, that's too loud. Hang on. I can see it in this other thing. Dooby 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 doo. Check, check, check. Wow, that's too low. Check, 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 check. How about now? Nope. How about now? Nope, too loud. How about now? How about now? That's good. Cool.
That's great.
Awesome. I can use OBS to level.
Nice.
Okay. Since we're short on time, I propose we either debrief while we watch the replay or debrief while we watch the TAC view.
Either's fine. I got about an hour.
Yeah, I just the replay takes about half an hour, so we can be quick through the debrief.
Let's just be quick through the debrief. That's fine.
All right. Let me just get everything set for that then. Oh, man, dude. Also, I'll send you a photo of it But I figured out why I felt really uncomfortable in the jet.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at like a 10-degree angle to everything.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
kind of
why
funny.
aren't my poles straight? That explains it. Okay, start virtual camera, boop-de boop-de. Camera's on. Okay, that was a show at Saipan, Shoreline. My goal was to make the beginning and end of show stuff better, and I actually think I succeeded at that goal. I felt like the Delta Flat Pass was very stable and controlled. I felt like the behind the crowd for the left pitch up land to land the maneuvering wasn't super great, but it was definitely the profile and everything was better than last time. And as far as the maneuvering for the head-on, that all seemed fine as well. So I think I succeeded in my goal.
Yeah, my goal was to be in the right position for rollouts on solo two-ship maneuvers, and I did not meet it. There were the rollout for the Delta, or the rejoin maneuver, the solo rejoin to the Delta for the Delta roll was not good, and I was not in the right spot.
Okay. Let's roll the debrief then.
Yep, let's do it.
That's the wrong one. Let's try this one. Hey. Do we have a slide for this? I don't think we do. Well, anyway, yeah, so, burner 270, felt fine. That's probably going to be the profile that I end up doing, for the foreseeable future. No notes on that one.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. My spacing laterally was a little wide, and I think that is going to make me look a little high from crowd. So that's my major note for that one.
Alright, so for the head-on, apply directly to the forehead, we were 4 left, but then we got pushed. So we actually ended up being on center point.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, I usually fly us over center point, but we were actually, like, on angle, because we got pushed to adjust for that. So if you felt like I was flying into you as we were heading towards the head-on, that it's because I was trying to keep us pointed at center point. As far as the head-on and the brake and everything, that seemed fine. I think the merge was actually pretty good. I think I forgot to smoke off. And then I rolled wrong because I was starting to notice that my jet was wonk.
Oh, yeah. I was confused. You said burner 270 for the last maneuver, and I thought you meant
sorry.
this thing. So anyway, my note for this one is that, yeah, that I was wide on the hit and high. Also, yeah, I did notice that the staying line abreast was difficult, but I was in a pretty good spot. So it was just a lot of, corrections and gritting your teeth, but
Yep.
no further notes.
Alright. Knife edge. I felt like we were on the knife edge for a while, and I think our hit was like 3 or 4 right of center points. My clears were pretty trash, and that's it.
Yeah, I noticed the it did feel like I might have even rolled out a little early because we did the hit and I didn't really know where we were relative to center point, so I just like held it, waited for the flash out of my corner of my eye, and then I roll a little over roll on the rollout, and my clears were okay, but I just didn't feel controlled.
Yeah, so the
Hopefully
reason
that
why we were on the knife edge for longer is because the hit was right, so I reference when we roll in based on center point because it's impossible to see you. And so because I was early to center point, that's why we were hanging out longer. Inverted to inverted roll. Honestly, aside from my lineup, this felt fine, no notes.
Same, yeah, it felt pretty good.
The Fortis, coming down the mountain was exciting, but we were able to get on profile, bit outboard, coming back towards the crowd. Had to add some power back in before, once I had rolled in, I believe. Yes. Because otherwise we were gonna stall out. But aside from that, the maneuver was relatively okay. My clears were good.
Yeah, I struggled throughout this maneuver. I didn't give myself enough lateral spacing on the rollout heading toward crowd. That's another place where I didn't achieve my goal. And so you rolled in front of me and below me, kind of like under my nose. So fixing that made it was just hard. And then I was tentative getting into position, so I don't think I was far enough forward. I don't know whether the vertical spacing is going to look good, because you said we were high, but I couldn't really tell relative to what, and you lost a lot of altitude in your roll in, so I probably was not in the right spot, which is something I just need to. When you say you're high, I'm assuming you mean relative to some like altitude you expect to be at.
Yeah, I expect we're at 250.
250. Okay, cool. Yep. Because when we're high, I just need to be set lower. So I'm guessing I'll probably be a little too high on this maneuver. We'll see. And then the rollout into the clear caught me off guard. Again, you lost more altitude. I think it's because we were a little slow than I was anticipating. So I'm just high relative to you. So like wing bank angles were okay, but I just wasn't in plane. And then also, it's just wobbly because I just wasn't like following well for this maneuver. So plenty to address for next time for me.
Cool. MRT was slow around the corner. First time in a while, so I ended up pulling up at 310, and then I couldn't get the nose over. Just the jet was like, "No, you don't. I'm not pushing." And so eventually I pushed out and was at 1100, but it just took longer than usual. Clear behind the crowd was fine.
Yeah, this was my best timing and spacing I think I've ever done.
Cool. Opposing Minamaria's turn. Yeah, the rollout was a little snappy. Sorry about that, and had to make a couple adjustments coming into the 2-mile mark. But once we handed over, you were in a good spot. I was able to get lined up, and timing over the top for the hit was good. I felt like allowed us to have enough pull coming back towards center point to be good there. Our hit was like 10 right.
Yeah.
I don't think we've been that far right in a while.
Yep.
My rolls were fine. Clear was disgusting.
Yeah, so I had some PIO on the rollout, but other than that, kind of got in the right spot. Hit was okay. I was a little like I just wasn't like it's like rolls were troublesome, so I was just a little unstable once I got to the on the wing for the
I felt like that for me too.
maneuver. So I was just scared. I was flying numbers. In fact, I was a little quick compared to you, which maybe explains the wider circle. So I could tell at about the 180 that I was behind. So I added up what power I could, but it was too late to fix it at that point. I wasn't coming around the corner fast enough, and I had to get a lot further back toward the boat, like back toward. And so I didn't. The confluence of those factors meant that I couldn't like pull around the corner quicker or add up enough power because there's just too much travel. So that's why the hit was as far right as it was. Because yeah, it was just and we can see it on the TAC view. It's a much larger circle. So yeah, I think I was just fast.
Weird.
I don't know. Yeah, our numbers were not the same, and so I think that is one of the reasons why that happened that way.
All right. Opposing horizontal rolls. This was all fine. No notes.
Yeah, same. I felt like maybe the hit was a little. No, it was all right. It's just like slightly right, which I felt like did I contribute to that? But yeah, no major notes.
Sneak pass. Just trying to figure out where I was in the jet meant that I was late to turn in for this. So it meant I was late to the 4-mile mark. But I decided that the best way to fix that for both of us was to just keep adding power. So when I hit 4 miles at 0.81, I think it ended up working out. The rest of the maneuver was totally fine. I was a little slow at center point, so I could do better on that, but I'll fix that for next time.
Yeah, your mock numbers kind of spooked me, but I was in the right spot every time. So good. I think good timing and rollout was pretty solid behind crowd. So no notes.
All right. Line of rest loop was good. One of my better ones. Opposing 4 points. Getting into the box was a disaster, but once I got there, I was fine, and then our hit was like 4 right again. But clear was fine.
Yep. Yeah, it was just I was slow coming into the box, but I was in the right positioning, and then yeah, similar roll stuff. It just felt wobbly, but more or less good, and clears were solid.
Vertical pitch. I was surprised you were higher than me because I felt like my detent was ungoobered, so I was having trouble pushing past it. Which probably meant that I was a little bit late to add it up, which is probably why you were fast. But got breaks in, and I think our hit was more or less on center point.
Yep. I think also there was a point where I realized that I was pulling quicker than you initially, so I eased off a little bit, which might have actually given me some extra altitude. That's actually where I guess that would happen. I may have also been a little bit fast, but yeah, we made the hit work. Good adjustments.
Cool. Inverted tuck overroll. This is my best lineup I've ever had, personally. I focused entirely on just getting stable behind you, and then I figured out the crowd. And I don't know why I've never done that before. But it worked! So I was like super stable, set up on the right plane, on the right altitude, etc. So yeah, I mean, I'll be curious to see how this looks. I think I might have been a little bit below you and a little bit ahead of you the whole time, according to crowd. But I'll be really interested to see this.
Yeah, lineup was pretty good, if a little shallow for me. My roll-in was pancake flat, and I hope I can do that again in the future. That was great. And then I initiated the hit early, so we're not going to do that on center point.
Bummer.
Sadly, we're going to be a little early.
Yeah, I thought so.
Probably 5, maybe more, right?
I felt like it was like a quarter mile, maybe a third of a mile,
so,
right?
Yeah, it was too long. I mean, we ended up on the knife edge for a while, which probably looks okay, but yeah. Anyway, clears are good.
Cool. Section high alpha. I really struggled before we got to the set. Well, actually, before we flew it. I was all over the place. I was too close to you. I was like really, really struggling with speed. I just could not fly the jet today for some reason. But once we started flying it, I got stable and like it was fine. The clears were fine.
Yep. These turns, because I'm going around the top of this mountain, are a little spooky, but they've worked out. Lineup was really good. Rollout was pretty solid, if a little quick, and then we were just carrying a little more speed, so it took us a while to get to set. I probably pulled the boards out a little too soon. And then we climbed a little bit in the initial set, so that's something I'd like to not do when we pull to the set.
Mm-hmm.
We stabilized at about 500 feet, but I want to not climb like that. Other than that, everything was fine. Clear was good.
Cool. Rejoin for the burner 270. We were outboard by like a quarter mile, and I can fix that with a tighter turn. It's just going to be a wicked G turn, I think, because we're coming down the hill. We're going to be carrying more speed. We're coming from a higher altitude, so it's just going to be a lot of G. I try not to do more than like 2.5 Gs, but I think this one might be higher than that. So you might want to just fly a little bit further clear than normal before we roll out line abreast for this in the future. Aside from that, the hit was fine. The turn was fine.
Okay, yeah. The rollout, if I don't catch your like roll rate and this happened pretty much for the rest of the show from this point on. It just feels like your wing comes down into my canopy really fast, and that scares me. So I got spooked and kind of got a little bit of PIO on the rollout. Was able to get stabilized by the time we got to about the 1.5 mile mark, and then hit was pretty good. I'm just behind your poles. Like I pulled full pull as soon as you said, and I was behind you. But I think that's also because I'm flying up and losing a little bit of or like over the ground distance. So I think nothing to lose there. And yeah, clear was good. Rejoin was pretty solid.
All right. Delta roll. This was more or less as on parameters as it's gonna get. As far as before we started the roll was too fast, which is weird because it felt like it was too slow over the top. But it was actually too fast. I ended up having to roll out faster than I expect at the bottom, and we were too high on the so that means that the roll was too quick. So it's going to be a little slower next time, and by a little I mean probably just a millimeter on the stick for me. But yep, that's most of that maneuver.
Yep, I was kind of struggling with form flying on the turn and the rollout, and kind of knew it's like, where did that go from last time where I was like pegged and felt great? I don't know. And then so I was just kind of behind your calls and behind the jet up the hill, and then like Yankee swapped it when you gave the okay, and I climbed right on over your wing way ahead of you, and I tried to like ease out my roll, do what I needed to do, same position, and I just kept walking away from you above your jet. So I cleared outboard pretty wide and just kind of sat there and waited for the maneuver to end before I tucked back in. Yeah, and then struggled for the turn in front of the crowd as well.
Fleur-de-lis, I don't need to go that high for the turn. So that set us up at a weird angle, and it also shortens our turn, which means that we are outboard by a decent amount. So we actually ended up being canted 5 degrees towards crowd as we came across, which is the first time that's happened. But if I didn't do that, we were going to be like 2-3 miles in front. So I made that adjustment on the fly. But our speeds were good. Up the hill was fine. Smoke on at the right time, and the turn was the brake was fine. Turnpine crowd, I went underneath you, which is okay, not ideal. And then the turn in front was better this time, and I feel like I was clear on my radio communications, and we crossed right in front of the boat and pulled up over the top, and the sets and everything were more online to what I expect them to be versus last time.
Yeah, like I said, I was kind of struggling with the form flying on the turn, and then the rollout was like so slow.
Yes.
I remember the note from last time, more push and more bank angle, and I tried to do that, but I'm still not flying the bank angle that you have. Are you flying like when it's the ready split? Is that, do you go to 60 or 45?
For what?
What's the for the ready split on
the ready break?
Fleur-de-lis? Yeah.
45 ideally.
Okay. Which hash on your HUD? Is it the last hash or the second to last hash on the bottom?
The last
bit?
hash.
Okay.
Right? No,
I think that's the 60.
Sorry. Second to last
Second
hash.
last hash. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I actually got 45, and so I feel good about that. Yeah, and then roll out behind the crowd is fine. Because you're coming behind me and we were trying not to burn a ton of gas, it just took me a little bit longer to get in. But I was able to get in just fine. And yeah, you could talk about the next maneuver.
That's actually yours.
Oh, did you already talk about the over the top?
Yeah.
Sorry. I was
That's part of the whole thing.
figure out the bank angle. Yeah, so I was able to stay in pretty much the whole time, and I was in pretty good position. A little far aft from where I have been, but I think actually that's going to look better from crowd. We'll see. I might be able to take it in just a hair more because there's like half a jet in between us laterally. But I think that positioning is a little better than being tucked right into slot like I have been.
Let's keep
Yep,
rolling.
no further notes.
Alright.
So yeah, pretty wicked pull around the corner for the setup for the loop break cross, but you caught it and seemed fine. Rollout was good. The lineup was good. We were 400 low going up the hill, so that made the smoke off at the bottom a little spicy, and I was 400 low by the time I leveled there, so at least it worked out. Was able to get to 3.5 Gs. I felt fine, and the hit was pretty good, just a little bit outboard, or the ready break, spot. Outbound speeds were fairly consistent. I was trying to gain back that altitude. Over the top, pretty solid. I said little steep. It was actually much steeper. So I tried to fix that as I could, coming down the hill. And then inbound speeds are pretty good too, except for that last like half mile where I sped up a bit. But you were basically on time, and if a little fast, so that meant me going too fast is not a huge deal.
Yeah, coming around the corner was good. I was informed with you. The start of the rollout was fine, but then I just like dropped below you, and then you had a little bit of push, and then easing the push, and then a smidge of drive, and I was all over the place. But I was able to get on before we started going up the hill, and then I just couldn't match your pull rate, just like you were talking about. Got a little bit of PIO up the hill, but I was able to lock in over the top. Brake was good, pull out was good. I was on your numbers all the way outbound, which is a first. Not a first, but it's been a while. Then I was matching your numbers pretty well inbound, got a little bit ahead in the last mile, and that's why the hit was weird. Clear behind the crowd was good, or clear in front of the crowd was good. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the pull for the loop part, and I pulled more than I have recently to get up to 3 Gs, 3.5 or 3.2 Gs, because I haven't been able to get to that more recently. But I remember thinking like, oh no, he's struggling. I don't like this. Anyway, breakout was pretty good. Turn was fairly consistent, a little more pull at the end to make sure that we got in position. Rollout was all right, but I had pull in still. I needed to ease more pull, so that meant we had to drive once wings were level, which is my bad. I need to fix that. I can't do that to you. But yeah, the hit was, or the lineup was pretty good. Like I said, it's 4 left, 4 degrees left. And I didn't roll to my angle quickly enough, so the off camber nature of the way this looks is on me. I didn't roll out to the 60-degree hash as fast as I ought to, so that one is my fault.
Yeah, it took me a while to rejoin because I was trying to save gas, but I rejoined right about when 6 would for that maneuver, which means that I'm exactly where I should be because I'm flying the 6 profile for the looper cross. Yeah, the rollout was fine. The drive was terrifying, but I was able to match it, and then that was the most line abreast and on level as I have been in a while. On the break, I got right to set, and then waited for your set, and I was like, this is this ain't gonna look great. And the clear was fine. For the Delta flat pass, the line abreast flat pass, or no, sorry, the Delta flat pass. Yeah. Turn behind the crowd was fine. I was wrestling a little bit with speeds because I forgot that the line abreast flat pass is slow. Or the Delta flat pass is slow, so that's why we had to ease out power around the corner. But we got right down to it and got right in front of the boat and right, nice and level. And once boss says that he's in, that means like he's gonna try not to make any adjustments, even micro adjustments. And so once I said I was in, I was trying not to make any micro adjustments and just like try and fly the jet as is until we added power coming out because we're getting down to 310. And I was like, yeah, that's too low. Yeah, so that's that maneuver.
Yeah, rejoin was pretty good. Not as sick as the last, but pretty good. Yeah, and then you getting set early. I was a little, in theory, want to be for this maneuver because it is a flat pass, but it probably will look okay. And I got to pretty settled, and you said you were set, so I just didn't fiddle with it. I didn't try and tuck in any closer. I just like lived with what I had because I was in a good position, and I was really nervous about any kind of climb or any kind of things that have happened doing this recently, which I think is pretty solid. And we're come over center point, rock solid. When we added up power, it's funny. I didn't change anything about my right hand, but the nose came up, and I
Yep.
started to climb over your wing. So and you called to ease it out to well clear at that point. So there is a minor safety detail where I said ease it out before the smoke off, which I shouldn't do. You need to stay in position until smoke's off. But yeah, then ease it out, and then good from there.
Cool. Delta pitch up break. Trying to find the field. I forgot to actually box waypoint 1. So that's why I was having trouble referencing the field. Once I found the field, was able to roll us out. We were a little bit outboard. The issue that I had was after the pitch itself, the pitch up break itself. I did not catch the right reciprocatory angle, so we were a little tight. We were probably only 10 degrees outboard when we're supposed to be 30, which meant that the turn in was tight. I was able to make it work with just a little bit of an overshoot, but you went around, so that's a safety, and I'll fix it for next time. And then, as far as taxi back is concerned, taxi back felt fine, no notes.
Yep. I was doing all right with the form, got it, just sort of locked in, but boy, howdy, some of those rollouts, like the amount of forward deflection I had in the stick, and it's so difficult. Like that's where the PI happens. It's just adding a little bit of push because you get a little more, and then the nose just dips, and then you get into the porpoise mode. And so I was like riding that bleeding edge of porpoise mode, which was very. I remember thinking about it. It's like, this is probably 15 degrees of deflection at this point just to stay in position. But if I could do like 18 degrees, then I'm like off the cliff. So that was just something I was thinking about in the turn. I was like, Jesus, a lot of push. This is not you. It's just the way that the jet wants to fly in these conditions. And,
Yep.
yeah, and then coming across center point, same thing. I was just like, geez, I'm really pushing a lot to stay underneath his wing. Yeah, turn's fine. Roll out. I rolled out high, 1,000 instead of 800. And then major safety is actually not your being in close. It was just I carried too much speed. I was not watching my speeds. I was watching our spacing and lineup because I knew we were in close. And so you rolled out and said 140 all the way. I checked my speed and I was doing 220. And so I threw out the boards. And I was like, I'm not going to get this thing loaded up in time. I'm going to overrun him. So I just elected to fly safer and just spin it. So spun it and then added safety to safety by basically coming in on this like ridiculous, like I was over the numbers at about a 4-degree angle of pay, and then rolled it out and put it down. So 2 safeties that I will fix. Yeah, taxi was fine. Glad to be here.
All right, we're into the replay. Speedy replay time.
Speed.
Ooh, not that speedy.
Oh, this no flap blower go. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
We'll find out. Ha! I was right.
Were you right about?
Woo!
I think I did it a little early, actually. Yeah, that was a good one. I was really, really far behind you because I pulled a bunch of power once we started rolling.
Yeah, I noticed it took you a while to get in.
Yeah, it's because I pulled a bunch of power. I didn't mean to pull that much power, but there have been times where if I'm staying like just off the burner, that I'm like, way out in front of you, and then it's like, well, what do I do now? That's correct.
Cool. You still out? Okay.
Explains why you were so much lower than me. Had to chase you down. Oh, you didn't smoke off. I definitely did smoke off that. Nice. Yep. Weird. No, dude, that outbound angle is hot.
My head. This is why you train, right?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Why? Yep.
Easy. Oh yeah. One other note on this is that this rollout had a ton of drive in it, so that's why this happened. This bobble from you. So I'll fix that for next time.
That was all fine. It was this. So you can't tell from this angle, but it's like
No,
it's
yeah.
hard to...
I was thinking, but I was trying not to overdo it the other direction.
Yeah, that's fine. I just need to give you a little more room on that, like scoot out for the left.
Or be further back, maybe.
No, because then it takes too long for me to get in. Oh, whoa, all right. It takes... Yeah,
Honestly, you looked really good, that whole maneuver.
Thanks, yeah. Oh, it's because I was chasing you up the hill, that's why that... Okay. Trying to settle it. Gah! Just so much adjusting to try and stay in position. Nice timing. Yeah, if I'm too far behind you on that, then I have to... if I get right to 300, I'm not going fast enough to get to you by the time we get to the box, so... It's better to be wide than lagging. Keep forgetting I need to add a lot of power to chase you around that corner. Yep. Yep. Ooh, the timing. That was great.
And his
Yeah. Gosh.
I didn't have the drive. You can tell. The jet's unhappy. Horizontal roll. That looked good.
Yep.
I go 5 miles to 4.5. I'm not low enough soon enough for this.
Yeah, this one was good. I thought maybe clouds were going to be a factor, but it's like a layer at like 15 or something. Yeah. Yep. The new strat is working. I'm getting better at using it also.
This. It was really good.
Screech!
Alright, coming in for the 4-point.
All right. It's so funky because like the only time I have to decide like that altitude, because it's a sim and you just don't get as much visual information, is the smoke.
Yep.
So I'm doing it entirely based on their smoke. So if you change altitude after you smoke on, I'm hosed. Nice. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's pretty good, yeah.
Good. Redo this turn. Just
Oh.
get near. I
This
got
turn is
real
probably
close to you in the turn.
yeah. Oh, you're loaded.
Yeah, we were.
Oh yeah. That's so close, dude.
This isn't where I'm trying to do it. This is just like make sure I can land. Now I'm trying to do it. Yep, I'm ahead. And probably will be the whole way in.
Not bad, though. We're getting there. Did it? Oh, dude, that looks really good. That's probably the best one of those we've ever done. That looks like it's supposed to. And this clear looks good, too. Okay. Alrighty. A little high, if anything. Alright, good to know. And wickedly overrolled the left turn. I was high. I was like, alright. Moisty.
This fast. Alright, ready to watch me watch my awful flying here?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it's really hard to do what you're doing. You're also
I'm
quite
usually way better
proficient
at
at
that.
it. Yeah. So we're climbing a little bit here,
Mhm.
but we settle right about now.
Yep. I'm just
Yeah,
fighting.
you're in position.
I'm just fighting you getting blown out towards me the rest of the time. Little behind. There we go. A little low and low behind. Always things to work on.
Nice. That's great. Let's see. Not bad. It's acceptable. Yeah. This rollout is my version of the craziness. Right here. I'm like, whoa!
So my strat for those rollouts where I'm supposed to be line abreast is when you start saying ease the pole, I ease it way more, so I end up distancing away from you, and then roll.
Yeah, what I was not in the position I normally am. Nice, that's great. Dude, this is a good show. I know, I really did. I mean, it definitely does because I'm way the heck out. I just fell out at the beginning of the maneuver.
That was a really good solo show, though, dude.
Whew. See, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
And I'm climbing over your wing, so I'm like hard driving, right? And then you go up the hill. I'm like, God damn it, pull it back. Trying to stay good spacing. Like, all right, anticipate the roll. Anticipate the roll. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. No, it's too late. I'm out here now. It's not bad. Timing was good too. Yeah. Nope. I was watching you. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I could be a little closer, but not much. I gave the wrong rudder input when you rolled off for this, so I'll get a little bit out. Right there.
Yeah, just a little trail. That's fine. You made it work.
I'm trying to. It's just the timing is really weird to catch. Because you say go get him and then you roll,
Uh-huh.
and I have to anticipate it. Because there's no actual call for when you do it. Like if you go back and watch the stream, I'm rolling basically right after you,
Uh-huh.
trying to anticipate when you do it. Just like a hair late, but on this, it's like a second and a half late.
It's wild.
Yeah. Oh gosh. hmm Yeah. Smoked a little early. Good hit though. That's good.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yay.
Onward and upward.
Walk.
A little early.
Not bad though. Not bad.
I have learned. A
Very nice, very nice.
little low.
And then I just screwed this up, so this won't look good.
Still a low. Interesting. So the higher set at the end was right.
Yeah, you rolled right to it, and I was just like, I'm gonna work my way over. It's probably a happy medium in between those two roll rates that I need to go for. So that all sucks. Man, the rejoin, did we watch that? It was so nice.
I didn't watch it on the replay of the stream, but
Sad.
oh, dude.
So much drive. So much drive.
Yep. Welcome to. Yep. Trust me, dude. As when you're flying left wing, you do that all the time.
Yeah. Yep. Add enough power and it wants to climb.
Dude, our smoke timings are so good. That's something we.
Yep.
Let's get back to the field and
Oh,
watch
yeah.
this disaster.
Yep.
There we are.
Yeah, just not enough roll. Now watch this. This is a party. Nope, I just spun it. I knew that we were running low on time. So I'm over the numbers right about now. No, I was doing like 140. Yep. Yep, yeah, you totally would.
Nope, nope.
Wide, okay.
Both of us.
Noted.
That's for nice. Oh, also my parking was awful. So
Mine was actually okay, so I'll be interested to see it. Skeer. Here.
close. Alright.
Cool.
Watch our helmets. And ka-chunk. I do like that you can see other pilots' helmet tracks now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Very nice. Alright, that's it. That's all we got time for today, folks.